With the current consumer crunch affecting people's spending habits, established collectors are trying to find ways to make the hobby more affordable, while folks that are new to physical media or collecting may be wondering if they can even afford to start. I'm here to tell you don't have to go broke to start collecting the things that you love. And we're about to jump into my personal approach to making this whole hobby work on a limited budget. So let's jump into it. This video is part of a series that I'm calling Well Collected. The aim is to give collectors, new and old alike, a set of tools for collecting the things that they love without breaking the bank. I plan on starting things off in this series by covering 3 major topics: defining what your monthly budget is, some strategies for staying on track, and then deciding what exactly you're trying to get out of collecting in the first place and how to make that happen. This video is going to focus on determining what your collecting budget is and my approach to keeping track of spending. Now let's put on those thinking caps and head up to the office. Now that we're in the office, let's talk about how we determine our monthly collecting budget. Alright, so even though I'm wearing the NASA cap, budgeting really isn't rocket science. It's a simple matter of expenses versus income. We just want to break that down. Now what we're going to look at is a simplified version of a budget. So if you're thinking, this doesn't match up with my situation, this isn't reality, keep in mind, the important part is that you're applying these concepts to your own situation, not that all the numbers actually match up. All right, so we're gonna get things started here with income. Now we're gonna put down $3,000 after taxes. Now keep in mind that's the take home, so that's after taxes come out. That's after your pre-tax deductions like your 401k, your HSA, all that good stuff. And just as a quick side note, if you're a young person that's looking to get into collecting and you're over 21, start making contributions to your retirement early. I know it doesn't sound cool right now, but trust me, a physical media collection is not a retirement plan. All right, next we're gonna look at expenses and we're gonna start with bills, things that you need to take care of before we can start talking fun money. Let's drop a couple examples in here. We'll say $1,000 for mortgage or rent. We'll say $500 for other bills, things like utilities, $500 for groceries, and $500 for savings. Once the bills are out of the way, we can talk about disposable income. It's important to set aside a little bit of money for things like going out to dinner, seeing live music, going to a movie. So let's just put $400 a month or $100 a week down. After that, all we have to do is break out the calculator and add it all up. The little help from our friend here, we got a grand total of $2,900. Now, in order to find our monthly collecting budget, we need to take our income and subtract our total expenses. In this example, that leaves us with $100 every month to spend on physical media. Now, depending on your collecting goals, that may or may not seem like a whole lot of money, but remember, the whole point of this series is making collecting work no matter the budget. Now that we have a monthly budget in mind, we need a way to make sure that our spending matches up with our goals. As far as tracking my spending and making sure that I'm staying on budget, I like to keep things pretty simple. I use a spreadsheet that looks an awful lot like this, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour, show you how some of the formulas look, and just kind of give you an idea of what a normal month of tracking looks like. So essentially what this spreadsheet does is it just keeps track of every game, movie, or record, every piece of physical media or whatever you're collecting gets entered here as it gets purchased. I'll put in the date, I'll put in the store that I bought it from, and the cost. And the way this thing kind of works is essentially down here at the bottom, it's going to give you a running total of any amount that you put into these columns. So let's do an example here. We'll do movie 1, and let's say this one just cost $10. It's pretty cheap. And notice it updated not only the total right here, it says $10 for the month, it updated the total for the year, which pulls from these two, and it also updated the left column. So the way the left column works is it takes whatever the budget you have set. So in our example before, we were looking for $100. I've entered $100 into here, and every additional purchase that we put into here is going to deduct from that total. So you know how much you have left every single month. And that's all I do to track my spending every month. If you want help building your own tracker, hit me up in the comments. And if you're not comfortable with Excel, remember, pen and paper work just as well, as long as you got a little buddy to help you out. That's it for this first installment of Well Collected. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and as the series continues, I'll add a playlist link to the end screen that's coming up. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you on the next Retro Tech Select.